Well, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our mastermind meeting this evening with the Team USA. We've got our host, Mr. Mark Korn, and he will be talking to us about the things that we have been doing on our Facebook. So, Mark, can you go ahead and take it away?
I sure can. Thanks for introducing me, Thomas, and hopefully we can go over a couple of things and we can get some questions answered, because I know that it's been a couple of weeks since we had the meeting, and I'm sure that many of you, I've made some videos. Hopefully you've seen the videos. If you haven't seen the videos, I can hopefully answer some of your questions now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and touch base on all the things that I did record. I'll go through one item at a time, and as I do, if you have any questions, at that point I'll open it up to any questions, and you can just chime in, ask your questions. I'll do the best I can to answer them, so we'll have an idea as to where we're looking to go with the Facebook group and with the Facebook fan page and with the fan page focus challenge that I'd like to get launched also. I was hoping to get that going the beginning of this week, but we can certainly do it maybe the beginning of next week, if not sooner. Anyway, I just want to make sure that everybody's going to be able to see my screen. So right now, hopefully you should be looking at our Team USA Superstars group page. So I just want to make sure that you can see that page. So if there's any problem, you can see it. Okay, thanks, Thomas. I appreciate it. Now, the first thing that we're looking to do, and this is going to be very, very important, because we want to open this up, and not just for our core group, but we want to open this up for basically for non-members eventually, possibly. But right now, certainly for free members. So we want to get Yopson owners in here. We want to get free members in here. And ultimately what's going to happen, and right now we have, it looks like 16 members in the group. So that's a relatively small amount right now, but we certainly want to add to that as much and as soon as we can. So what's going to happen over here is, ideally with the group, we want to bring in free members, and when free members come into the group, and free members always like to, we want to welcome them. What happens anytime somebody basically looks to join an opportunity, the first thing they're concerned about is really that they're going to have support. So what we're going to have an opportunity to do here is show that support, show basically through social proof and just us showing our own individual and team support. When we bring in another Yopson owner that we can support, or we bring in certainly a free member, we want to engage with them. We want to encourage them to ask questions. They're going to be able to do that right in the group if they want. They're not going to be added to the group chat. That's just going to be for us as the core members. But any free members that we bring into the group, we're going to welcome them. So when somebody's brought into the group, if you can go into the group at least on a daily basis as an admin, which just about all of you will be at this point, you should get notifications so you'll know when somebody has been added to the group. And if you can check the group periodically, a couple of times a day if possible, or whatever your schedule allows, if you see that somebody new has been welcomed to the group as a new member, a new free member, or even another Yopson member, we want to certainly make them feel comfortable and at home. So come in and welcome them, just like we did over here with Francis. Good morning and a big welcome. So usually you'll see, Joe over here, which is going to be from your profile page. One of us as admin will be able to, add somebody to the group and welcome them in. Like over here, Stephen added Ryan Olson to the group. And then once they're in the group, here's another Yopson owner that we just added the other day, Carol. We're also going to have a few that are going to be just Yopson free members. Here's one we added the other day, Sue Elmore. And at least this way we see all these comments over here where a bunch of us did welcome her, and she acknowledged and she responded also. So if we keep free members engaged, we will be able to not only answer their questions, but show them support. And by doing that, I'm very hopeful that they will be encouraged to upgrade to paid membership. which helps all of us so we can support one another, as a team. So it doesn't really matter who brings in the free member. You get a new free member, you can, we have a way to, encourage them to come into the group. Once they are, and it doesn't matter who brought them in, we want to try and motivate them to upgrade. And we want to be supportive and help one another to accomplish that. So that's really the only thing I wanted to mention about that, welcoming people into the group, and ideally what the goal is, the end goal, to having members in the group and just engaging with them. So if anybody has any questions as far as that aspect is concerned, go ahead and ask your questions now, and then we'll go to the next point.
I guess we have no questions on that part.
Okay, yeah, nothing that I see either, so we will go back and continue. The next thing that is important as far as the group, which we will also be able to engage with the free members as well, is that we have the file section. One of the things that I did in creating the file section, and all you have to do is click over there on the tab, is we have a lot of documents that have been created that are in here. You've got some PDF documents with the starter kit over here. All you have to do is click on download. It's going to open it up. This way we basically have centralization. Anytime we have documents that we want to add to the files to the group to make it easy for everybody to really have access to it, we can very easily do that. And it will just be downloadable. If somebody clicks on download, have the option. Let me just see if we can get one of these to open. You'll have the option of downloading it, or you can just preview it over here. If you click on the preview link, then the document will open up, and it's downloading right now, and it'll just take a few seconds. And then you'll have the whole PDF over here. So I put some things in here. We have some things from the group. Let's just go back to the file section real fast so I can show you what's back here. There is some tips and strategies and some trainings that I've used very effectively with Facebook over the years. So I post a lot of these things over here. We're going to go over the fan page focus very shortly. Got some training and some guidelines over here for that. You've got a 3-step chat strategy that maybe a lot of you can implement. So I encourage everyone to basically go to the file section, go through all the training, all the tips, all the strategy. In addition to that, we have areas where you can add all of your links. So over here we have free member links. So if you click on that, you'll put all your basically your free member links. So anybody that is looking that is already a free member, or looking to add somebody to the rotator, we'll have a file of everybody's free member links. And just so that we have other ways of connecting with one another on social media, we also have LinkedIn profile links that you can add. We have Google Plus profile links that you can add. Our regular profile pages, if you go over here to the Superstars profile page link. So there's a lot of information over there that the core members and also the free members are welcome to add that information. So it's one other way for us to connect with everybody, and especially the free members. The end goal is to try and get the free members to see the value in becoming a Yopson owner and engaging with us and getting whatever information. So the more ways we have to connect with them, the more ways that we can show support. So that basically, as far as I'm concerned, takes care of everything with the group aspect. If you have a free member, what we need them to do is really just, give them the URL, the link to go to the Team USA Superstyles main page, which everybody should have. If not, it's right over here. Facebook.com/Team USA Superstars. And once they do, all they have to do over here is just request to join the group. And then one of the admins will welcome them into the group in a relatively short period of time. So if anybody has any questions pertaining to the files or anything with bringing a new member into the group, now's the time to ask that question.
Hey, Mark, we need to have whoever is calling in on a phone to please use *6 to mute yourself. We're getting a lot of background. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, looks like we're back in business now. So hopefully all the background noise didn't keep you from hearing a lot of what I was saying. But if anybody has any questions now pertaining to the group, go ahead and feel free to ask your questions now, and then we'll move on to the next point, which will be the fan page.
What types of files are you looking for to help the group?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
What types of files are you looking for to potentially help the group?
Well, what I have added to the group, and that's really, going to be subjective. I've added things for Facebook strategies that I've used in the past that I know that work. So these are different little tricks and things that you can do to engage with people. One of the things over here, which is very important, I can show you very quickly right now, is a 3-step chat strategy. When you open up that document, you'll see exactly how I use it. But what it basically encompasses is over here in the right-hand side of Facebook, if you have it activated, and most people probably will, is basically over here where you have your chat. Now, there's a little gear button over here. If you mouse over it, you'll see options, and if you click on it, you'll have the opportunity or the option over here to basically hide the sidebar. You can turn on the chat, turn off the chat. Turn off chat would be what I would do if I didn't want to be distracted right now. But if you have it turned off, you can go to the little gear icon, which you have at the bottom of your page on the right-hand side, and you can open that up. And then what happens, you're going to see all of your Facebook friends that are currently online. And what happens a lot of times is when you've got Facebook friends that you're trying to connect with, you're trying to send a Facebook inbox message to, not everybody is on Facebook that often, or they get distracted with other things. So it could take hours, days, weeks for people to actually respond. But one of the strategies, and again, you can read more when you look at the document itself, you'll be able to go through your chat, and when you see the little green dot over there, that's going to tell you that they're currently online on. They also tell you if they're on a mobile or if they're on the web. And as you scroll down, and if you see a friend that you're familiar with, somebody that you feel comfortable chatting with, all you really have to do is just click on the person's name. It's going to open up the chat box. You can actually see your chat history, so you can remind yourself of what it might have been, the conversation that you last had with this person. If you want to open up and see the full conversation full size, you can click on the options button, this little gear button over here, and see full conversation. And what that's going to do is open it up to full screen basically, so you can review all your past conversations with that person. So it makes it very easy to basically engage with somebody right then and there. Now, even though they're online, there's no guarantee they're going to respond to you immediately, but there's a high probability that they will. And, again, when you go into the document itself, you'll see how I use the strategy. You'll see some of the things that I suggest and some of the quick little messages that you can send. So that's one of the ways that you'll be able to use that feature also, which is very, very powerful. And just getting back and answering your question, let me just get back real fast to the group. Okay, back to the files. And I encourage anybody, anytime at all, if you have any questions about anything that we are going to be covering in this webinar, always feel free to reach out to me. Send me a chat message, send me a Skype message, on Facebook or on Skype, and, ask me your questions. I can either make a quick video explaining it, or we can have a quick Skype call and I can go over things with you. But some of the PDFs that we have listed over here also in the file section. Just give me 1 second. Okay, now over here, I believe it may have been Robin who actually posted something in our Skype group where we had Yopson scripts for prospecting with a PDF. That's great information, so we put that in the file section so everybody has access to it. Here's the Yopson Success Starter Kit. I have to learn how to speak tonight. And that's something that is very valuable to all of us, and now it's centrally located. I brought some things over here that basically from Brian Tracy, personal development related information, which is a video that shows, basically a 7-step goal setting model. Here's something over here that was posted in the group that now we have in the file section over here for social media prospecting. So these are the types of things, anything that pertains to Yopson that you feel might be helpful, that might help the group, even if it's something that's already in the back office, that might be a PDF file, or anything else that somebody has created or somebody has had success with, and you want it to be centrally located and easily accessible, we can always bring that and put that right into the file section. So something like that is very good. Any tips or strategies in addition to the ones that I've posted, anything that anybody is doing that's really working for them, and including, I know Francis does a lot of great training on LinkedIn. Even though this is our Facebook group, I'd like to approach it as just anything that will help us as far as social media is concerned. So maybe even some LinkedIn strategies, or certainly a LinkedIn, profile link so that we can all connect on LinkedIn as well. So, basically, and if you're not sure if it's something that maybe should be posted, in the file section of the group, you can always just post something in the Skype group, and we can decide if that's something that we want to add to the file section or not. So hopefully that answered the question as far as what we'd like to include in the file section. Right now we have quite a few documents in there, and there's certainly plenty of room to add more. We can enhance the ones that we have, add to the ones that we have. So we'll always be looking to tweak that, but there's quite a bit in there right now. So I encourage everybody, at your leisure, when you get a chance, go into the file section, look at all the documents that are currently in there now, and see if you feel that anything will be helpful. And if it is, go ahead and implement it. And again, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. So that, again, that from my perspective right now, I think covers everything that we need to know about the group. So I'm going to open it up real fast again for any questions that anybody may have.
I see that in that file there you also have the fan page. So you can go click on that and go to the fan page?
Well, actually, you're looking over here, the top link where it says fan page focus. Is that what you're looking at?
No, it was down below, down to the bottom.
Okay, let's see. Well, those are, let me find it first and I'll answer that question. Over here, the fan pages. Okay, what that is basically, and this is going to be where this is going to come into play, is going to be for the fan page focus challenge that I'm looking to kick off, which I'll explain very shortly. We have an option. We want to really engage with one another, and we want to, what we want to do is syndicate everybody's content to give us all more visibility. So you have an option. Some people will have a page on Facebook, and not just like, a team fan page, but your own individual personal fan page for your business or a hobby that maybe you like, but, it'll be your fan page. So, in addition to that, you may or may not have that, and you're going to certainly have a Facebook profile page. So you have the option of where you want the engagement, where you want that traffic to be sent, so that we can add comments and we can syndicate your content. And if you have a fan page, this would be one place where you can actually list that. What I'm going to do, it's not going to open for me on Chrome, so I'm just going to very quickly, if you'll excuse me, give me a moment, I'm going to open up Firefox so I can actually go into those files and just show you exactly what's there in the best way to access it. So just give me a moment. Okay, typing too fast. Just give me another moment over here. We should be all set. Okay, so now back in the group, going to just go back into the files very quickly, and I'll open up some of these documents so you can get an idea. Now going back down over here, Thomas, just to answer your question where we have the fan pages, and we'll see how many people entered information. All you have to do is click on the link, and it looks like I'm the only one that listed a fan page so far. So the only thing you have to do is click on the link in the files in the document, click on the edit button over here. It's going to open it up, and then all you have to do is, if you have your own Facebook fan page, is just follow the format listed under mine. Next one, of course, would be number 2, and then number 3. Type in your name, and just you can copy and paste the link to your. Now, again, it looks like I'm the only one right now that has a fan page listed, but not everybody's going to have fan pages, but we certainly all have profile pages. So here you have the Team USA Superstars profile pages. So I see we have a few more listed over here. So right now we have 5. So again, all you have to do is just click on the link. It's going to open up to this page over here, and if you're not already listed over there, again, all you have to do is click on edit. It's going to open up, and then just add your profile information to the next one. Of course, it would be number 6 and so forth. So that gives you an idea. Again, let me just show you some of the strategies that I have over here. Without going into detail, here's something that I use all the time, which is, I'm calling a Facebook birthday strategy. And if you click on that link, it's going to open up, and certainly don't go in, don't edit any of this information. These are tips and strategies and trainings. So, read through it, try and implement it if you feel that it's going to help, if it resonates with you, but nothing over there to edit. This should be information that just stays for the team to review and to utilize. But you'll see over here different ways to connect on Facebook. I have little sample messages that you can send, examples of what you can post if you just want to make a quick status update. And you can see as we go down, there's a lot more information here about some of the different questions that I typically ask when I'm trying to find out more about a prospect, because when you have friends on Facebook, basically it's a prospect. It's somebody for you to engage with, to start to build a rapport and a relationship with, and you don't want to pitch your opportunity and right away, whether it's a new friend, and I encourage everybody to make new friends on Facebook. You can make 10 to 15 a day without landing in Facebook jail very, very easily. And anytime you have a new friend or you want to re-engage with somebody that's been a friend but maybe haven't spoken to in a while, these are all things that are real conversation starters. But again, you don't want to just start pitching your opportunity. You want to be, quote unquote, a consultant, and you want to find out what issues your prospect may have. And on Facebook, as well as LinkedIn or any social media site, you can really generate endless leads, but you don't want to destroy those leads or not utilize them the right way. And the right way is to, again, build that rapport. And you do that by showing interest in people, by asking certain questions. So these are just a group of, right now, 14 questions. You can always send me an inbox if you feel there's something else that you use that works well also as far as questions that you've been asking, and we can just add it to the list. Or, I guess that would be one area where maybe if you had a question that you typically ask a prospect that works for you and you get good responses from, you can, if you want, you can go into the, click the edit button and then scroll down and just add it to the list. Otherwise, you can certainly just send it to me and I'll be more than happy to do that. Here's a document, a PDF over here, which is basically, it's a Facebook routine that we can all follow on a daily basis that's going to help us to, again, engage generate leads, and learn how to ask the right questions and things that we should just do on a daily basis on Facebook. So here's something that is basically from Max Steingart, who, if you haven't heard of Max before, he's basically the godfather of social media and trains on all different levels of social media and on all the different outlets of social media. And he's got a great PDF over here with his daily routine. So this is a great PDF. If you want to open it up, you can save it to your desktop, refer to it on a daily basis. So these are all things that are going to help with your overall Facebook presence. So again, it's a matter of going into the files, going through the training. Some things are going to resonate with you, some things won't. Use whatever you can. If you've got a YouTube channel, we can connect on YouTube. You can enter that over here also. So as you get a chance, go through everything that's listed and try and fill out as much as you can whenever you can. So if there are any other questions before we jump over to the fan page, I will take those questions from you right now. And it looks like we don't have any more questions, so we will press on. Can everybody hear me and see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so now, now we're on the fan page. And first of all, I just want to thank everybody very much. If you are inviting your friends to the fan page, I appreciate that, and we all do as a team, because right now we're up to 85 likes, which is very good considering we just started doing this a short time ago. Okay, now I'm going to go through a couple of things that are very important as far as the fan page is concerned. And there are a lot of different metrics over here and what they're calling on Facebook insights. So you can click on the insight button over here and you can get a lot of information that really is very, very helpful as far as overall page likes, how many likes we got in a particular time frame. You can see the different posts and where we got engagement over here, and most of our engagement will be able to do paid Facebook ads and drive traffic not only to the Facebook fan page, but also to what you're going to see, which is our capture page shortly. I see Thomas is taking advantage of that, and he has a couple of paid ads going. So we can all take advantage of the power of the fan page. And if you individually, using your own free member link, want to go and you want to do a paid ad, that's very, very easy to do, and I can certainly answer that question, or Thomas did his own, so you can certainly ask him as well, or just post the question in our Facebook chat or certainly in our Skype chat. Now, one of the things that I encourage everybody to do, especially if you're an admin, is the best way to find out who our new page likes are is to basically, you want to log in a different persona. Now, right now, I'm logged in as myself, but the best way to determine who basically all of our latest page likes are is to really go through and change your persona, and you do that very simply. Over here on the top navigation bar, you've got your name, you've got the home, and then as you move to the right, you'll see a little down arrow over here. If you click on that, you'll see where it says Use Facebook As. Now, I have a number of different fan pages, so I'm going to have more options probably than many of you will, but if you might see it right on the second or the third option. Otherwise, see more, and in my case, I would go down. Here's Team USA Superstars, and you would just click the login button. That is going to basically change that persona now, and then what you can do is go to Notifications, and over here you will see a live link that you can click on where it says See Likes. You can also, over here with all notifications, they break it down by day, so you can see today who actually gave us page likes. And here's from the other day. You can see when somebody liked something on our timeline for the fan page, or somebody that made a comment. But if you click on See Likes, it's going to open up this dialog box over here, so you can actually connect with these people. So as you see this, now a lot of these people right now are just giving us likes, which is great, and hopefully we can engage them, but what you'll see very shortly is what I'm doing to try and drive these likes to the next level, which is basically going to claim their free option. And once they do that, you have them in your back office. What you'll be able to do is come in, see the likes, and if you see the same name, if somebody's got, let's say, Max Jacobs in their back office as a free member, you'll be able to very, very easily connect with him by just coming in here, looking at the current likes, clicking on the link. It's going to take you right to their profile page. You can send a friend request, and you can send a little message, to encourage them to accept your friend request, and basically tell them, in other words, that they're now a new free member. They're in your back office. You'd like to, get to know them better, and certainly if you're not already connected with them, it's very powerful to connect with them on Facebook. So you want to send them a little message, tell them that they're a free member of yours, and encourage them by sending them a link to the group and getting them into the group where, again, going back to my earlier message, we can all help one another by showing support and encouraging any free members to upgrade to a paid membership. So that's one area where it's going to make it very easy for you to match any new free members to any of the likes. So this way it also tells you where those free members came from. And then, of course, you can click See More. It's going to open up more, and you can just keep going down and down and down. Now, a lot of people, based upon their Facebook settings, will have their settings so that they don't show up in certain instances like this. So we show that we have 85 likes right now on the page, but if you actually go through that list of all the actual likes for people that have their settings so that they do show up, you might only find 70 or 75. So the vast majority will show up, so we do have a great way to connect with them very, very easily, because a lot of times if you've got a new free member and you send them Smart Mail or a Smart Chirp or anything else utilizing the system, they may not be familiar with the system, or they may just have grabbed the free option and haven't really done anything with it yet. So you can send a message and it's just not going to get through to them. So it's not always easy to communicate and connect with them at this point through Yopson. But with, through social media, and in particular with Facebook, it's so easy to reach out. Whether you've got an email of theirs in the back office or they've given you a phone number, you can certainly search that way as well. But, going through the likes list is just another great way and an easy way to connect with them and then take the relationship to another level. So that takes care of the likes. The other thing that I encourage everybody to do is, considering this is team-oriented and we want to do this as a team, you want to go in and we want to invite more people to like our page. And that's very, very easy to do. And you can do it from, let's see, a couple of different places. So over here, let's see, actually I'm going to go to the notification page. That might be the easiest place to do it. Right, again. Actually, you know what, I probably have to change my persona back again. So let me do that. Let me go back to Mark Korn, because actually what we're going to be doing is inviting people to like your page. You need to do that as yourself. So I forgot about that for the moment. So let's go back and pick up where we left off. Okay, so now we're going back to the fan page. Here you go. Let's see how simple it really was. So now all you have to do over here is, again, on the main page, you'll see under where it shows how many likes we currently have, invite friends to like this page. So that's a clickable link. All you have to do, and again, don't make the same mistake that I just made, you want to make sure that now you switch back to your other persona, or if you haven't changed it, just leave it right where it is, and you'll be able to see right over here next to your name, you'll see a little image over there, a little thumbnail, so you'll know, which persona, which profile is currently in use, and right now it's back to my profile. So all I would have to do, or you'll have to do, is just click on this link over here. It's going to open up to all of your friends, depending upon how many you have, and it's going to give you a breakdown, so you have a lot of different ways to access this. If you've got groups set up, you can access and do that through groups. Otherwise, click on the More link. It's going to open up you know, a larger list over here, and then you have featured friends, you've got all friends. So if you want to set it for all friends, you can basically just go through the list and you can start clicking, and you can start, and every time you click, it's going to give you a little check mark, so you know that that's the person that's on the list now that's going to be invited. And if it's showing up, that means they have not been invited yet, so you can certainly feel free to go ahead and invite them. And once you check everything off, all you have to do is just send the invite, and it's going to send it, and then hopefully, again, not everybody you send an invite to is going to like the page, but certainly the more invites we send, the more likes we're going to get, and then we take it to the next level. So let me stop real fast at that point and ask if anybody has any questions, and then we'll go to the next item. And again, it doesn't look like we have any questions. Thomas, Robin, any questions that you may have at this point?
The only question I had was probably that I know how to do the group page to favorites, and the fan page was the one that I couldn't get to favorites.
Okay, let's go and do that right now. Okay, we're back on the fan page, and usually if you're on the main page, you'll have over here, you'll have your sign up, you'll have your likes for people that liked it, message, and then over here usually we have these little 3 dots. If you click that, that will open up, and then you'll have an option. In this case, it's right on the top. Now, being I already have it as a favorite, now it's giving me the option of removing it from favorites. If you haven't made it a favorite yet, it's going to say add to favorites. So all you have to do is right on the fan page, go all the way to the end. We have your 3 little dots over there. Click on it. It's going to give you a little drop-down menu, and you'll just be able to put add to favorites, and then this way you'll have quick access when you want to go back and forth to the fan page.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
any other questions before I press on? Okay, guess not. Okay, so now what I want to show everybody is a couple of different areas. Now, most of you have heard me talk about, or maybe seen the video, where we're talking about the Team Rotator. What the Team Rotator is designed to do is for all of us to, with our free member links, is to go into my personal Rotator. So as we drive traffic to the fan page, and when I take all those likes and I send them a message, my intent, and I have it posted in the group in the docs so that you can actually see in the file section the message that I'm sending out to all the people that give us likes. And what that's designed to do is to drive them back to the fan page and go to one of 2 places. Now, one of the things that they can do, which is great with the fan page, is they can actually go over here where it currently says sign up. We do have other options where you can, where you can actually change the call to action, but the call to action right now reads sign up. So what's going to happen is that when a prospect comes in here, and they might just be coming to like our page for the first time, and they're going to see sign up over here, they're going to click on the link, and it's going to open up to whoever's next in line in the rotator. It's going to open up to your free member page. Okay, so here's Steve Shoemaker's page. So he's next up in line right now, so his page would open up. Okay, the next prospect or the next visitor that comes through, clicks on that link, it's going to open up the next person's page that's in line in the rotator. And this one looks like Kelvin's page. So as it cycles through, you can see that everybody is going to come up and repeatedly. It's going to go through the rotation where right now we have 9 or 10 of us that are in the rotator, and we'll be adding more. And then it's going to, once you clear through the first 10 or 12, it's going to recycle and go back to the first one again. So it's in all of our best interest, as long as we're doing this and we're making this a team effort. And again, like Thomas did, you can actually utilize the fan page if you want to. So you can actually go in, and I'll show you what Thomas did over here. He posted some great content, great information over here, put in his own personal link, his own affiliate link for the free member sign up, and he boosted the post. So what that's going to do, it's going to drive a lot of traffic to the boosted post, and Thomas hopefully is getting signups because of that. So take advantage. This is a valuable piece of property, and we can utilize it individually in addition to as a team. But in using it as a team, what the goal is to drive as many of your friends to the page, to like the page, and hopefully we can get them to go to the sign up for a free membership, and then it helps each of us, because then in turn, again, with the rotator, we'll get a free member. And again, as I showed you earlier, you can match the name of the free member to the likes list, and you can connect with them very easily. Now, not everybody is going to go to that little application tab over there. So this is something else that we can do. We can send traffic directly to this. And again, if you look in the file section when you get a chance in the group, it's going to show you the message that I'm sending out to all of our likes. And it's also, the intent is to drive them to this page where it's going to say Free Super Tool. And this is essentially, it's used as a capture page. So when people come to this page, what's going to happen is that they're going to see the brief 6-minute video, and as they scroll down, they're going to get a lot of information over here, which is going to tell them about a lot of the different features and benefits of having a free membership. You know, read through it as you get a chance. And what we're doing also, so as not to force people, because what's going to happen when you start inviting your friends, a lot of times, you know, let's say Thomas or Robin, you invite one of your friends who you've got a close relationship with. We don't want them to feel, you know, if they go and they join, they may wind up becoming a free member of mine, and maybe they want to join with you personally. So as they read through this page, we're going to have an individual list, and you can read through the content when you get a chance, but it's going to actually give the individual free member affiliate links for each of the individual people that are in the rotator. So that this way you have a visitor has the option of going and signing up directly with you as a free member. And then over here, they're going to see these green buttons. Over here, this is tied to the rotator as well. So when they click on the Get Your Free Super Tool Now, it's also going to open up to the next person in the rotator. But first, they're going to have to confirm their email. Excuse me for 1 second. And then it opens up, and there's Gary's page. So you can see now Gary would have been the next one up in the rotator. So you can see how this is working. And now over here, the other thing we want to encourage them to do, which is mentioned in the content, is to click on this button and come to Get to Know Us. And when they do that, they're going to confirm again. And they're going to go to the group where they can request to join, and then we can add them to the group and again get to know them and show them support.
Very good. You've done a great job there, Mark.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, the other great thing and the other great feature about this page is that we can all, and I encourage all of us, when you get a chance, go to this page on the fan page, and we can add comments. And I see a number of us already did. There's Thomas, there's Kelvin, so thank you for that. Add comments. Very easy to do, just like you're making any Facebook comment when you're commenting on somebody's content. So this is great for social proof. So when we do drive traffic and we do have visitors on this page and they scroll down, we want them to see a lot of engagement. It's going to encourage them to engage and to leave comments as well. So it's very important when you get a chance for everybody to come in and to add a comment over here as well. And when somebody comments, you always want to try and reply. And you can see over here when Kelvin commented, I replied. Thomas commented, I replied. So in addition to just leaving a comment, you want to be on the lookout for people that do, especially if they're free members or just visitors, and you want to reply to their comment. Let's see now. Let's move on to the next thing. And again, this is very powerful. So now you saw before you had a pop-up where it asked for, when you clicked on those green buttons, it asked for an email address. What this is now, this is actually an SRM, or a social relationship manager. which also gives us a great way to reach out to somebody, is that you will see once you have somebody that actually clicks on one of those links, they go into the SRM and they show up over here. Now, Zoe and Rebecca, I believe, are both in our group now because they're both free members. I don't recall which one of us as the core members got them as a free member, but I know that I think Kelvin had one. I'm not sure who the other one had. And I can easily now go into their profile. You can get more information. So if you want more information about Zoe, I can click on Info. It's going to give me more information about Zoe. And over here, it's going to take me right to her profile page. So again, it makes it very, very easy to connect. If you're not already friends, you just click on the friends to become their friend, and then you go in and you want to send them a little message, even if they're not your friend yet. Important, once you send out a friend request, just send a little message, just letting them know you sent a friend request. Maybe you look at their profile, see something about their profile that resonates with you, or say, I like your image, that's a really cool looking car, and just, I hope you accept my friend request. Something just very, very short and very, very simple, and it's very, very easy to make 10 to 15 new friends a day and to constantly have people in your pipeline and people to talk to. Every single one of your friends or your future new friends is an actual prospect for you for Yopson, whether it's a free member and ultimately, hopefully, a paid upgraded member. So that's also where the beauty of this capture page or this SRM system comes in. So when you get a chance, I'll jump back real fast in my other browser just to show you where you can find that information in the files. Let's see. Okay, email message to new page likes. So if you click on that link, it's going to take you to the message that I'm sending out, so you can see exactly how it's structured and exactly what I'm sending them as a Facebook message to their inbox. Either I'm already friends with these people, or if I'm not, I'm going to connect with them. Sometimes you can't send them a message unless you're already friends with them. Otherwise, it doesn't go to their inbox. It goes to an other box, in which case they may not see it at all. But sometimes you are able to send them a message. So far, everybody that's given us a like, I've been able to send this message to, and you can review it at leisure, and you can see exactly what we're sending to people and how it actually drives people to the site. And again, it's very important to try and get everybody back to the fan page. So it's not enough that they just come and give us a like, but we want to engage with them, and we want to ultimately get them to become a free member and then get them into the group. And all the messages we send out are basically geared towards doing that. So before I go into the last point that I want to cover, I'll just check again and see if anybody has any questions at this point.
You seem to be very thorough there, Mark.
Well, I'm trying. I certainly don't want to overburden anybody with too much information. So I'm trying to keep it as straightforward and as simple as I can. And, we can certainly always have another meeting to answer other questions, or certainly, again, I'm easy to find. You can always reach out to me, and, which I've done for a lot of you. I've made some short little videos, 2-3 minutes, just to answer some quick questions and for you to have a visual, so it's a lot easier for you to be able to, understand what we're trying to do. So if there are no other questions, then I'm going to go on to the next point, which is the next thing that I'm looking to try and roll out, which is our fan page focus. Now, what we're trying to do over here, and this is important also, and this is another way for us to add value and to engage free members, because one of the things that's very, very important, and again, in all social media, but we'll just talk about Facebook right now, you want social proof, you want your content to go viral, you want people to engage, you want people to look at you and see that other people are following you, so there must be a reason why. If people visit your fan page or your profile page and they don't see a lot of content, or they don't see a lot of comments on your content, and they don't see a lot of interaction or engagement, there's a good likelihood that they're just going to turn and they're going to leave because they're not going to bother engaging with you if other people aren't. They're just not going to have the interest. So one of the most important things to do that I've done successfully with other groups in the past is basically syndication. Now, I'm calling it the fan page focus, but it could easily be called the profile/fan page focus, because again, not everybody's going to have a fan page, but everybody will have a profile page. So ideally what we're looking to do, and at the top, this is showing day number 1. For every day that we have this going on, and I'd like to run it at least Monday through Friday during the week, and it doesn't take much time at all. So day number 1 we haven't really gotten this kicked off yet, but each day I'll put out a new image with the following day. So of course it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And at the top of each of the images, there'll be just some reminders. There'll be, please read below, see more, open it up. It's just going to give you a little reminders over here in terms of what it is that you need to do to participate in this daily fan page/profile page focus. And it might seem a little bit daunting, or it might seem a little bit time-consuming at first, but once you've done it for a couple of days, you're going to find that it's very, very easy. You're going to find that you're getting a lot more engagement on your fan page or your profile page, and it really works well because when you start connecting with these free members or any of your prospects on Facebook, they're going to be coming to your profile page, or they're going to be coming to your fan page. You want them to engage, so you want them to see other people already engaging. Most people don't want to be the first one to engage, but if they see that already several other people have engaged and you've replied, it's going to encourage people to engage. They're not the first. Some people don't mind. They love being the first one. They get more exposure. More people see their comment, and if somebody leaves a very good comment on your page, other people will see that, and they might click on their link, might have no interest in joining YOPS, but they might see somebody that was on your page, left a great comment, they resonate with it, they're going to want to get to know that person. So the psychology behind making comments and having great content, making comments and replying to comments, it serves a number of purposes. And you can generate traffic and curiosity and get eyeballs from a lot of different places. And once somebody comments on something that you posted, it now is seen by not only their friends, but their friends' friends. So it really has a viral effect, which is very, very powerful. So to show you how this basically works, and it really is very easy, and again, I have in the group, I have in the documents, let me just jump back to that real fast, and then we're going to finish up over here. Right now, depending upon whether somebody adds a comment or posts a link, right now these documents are going to jump around. They might shift a little bit. What's number 1 and 2 right now might end up dropping down to the 3rd or 4th position, depending upon who posts certain profile links and things like that. But right now, the first 2 documents are about the fan page focus, and there are some videos there as well. So the Team USA Fan Page Focus Challenge, if you were to click on that link, it's going to open up and it's going to give you instructions, and it's going to open up to a video that I made that'll give you more information specifically to this fan page challenge and how it works. And again, here is some of the content over there that explains it. And if you go to, and this is another part of it also, which is very easy and just very important for your presence on Facebook, especially if you want other people to comment, or us as a team, we can tag one another. And if you click on this link over here where it says Fan Page Focus Tagging, there's a very, very brief video that will explain and show you exactly how to tag another person. So if you're leaving a comment for somebody, you want to tag them to let them know you left a comment. You also want to tag your profile page or your fan page so that people can easily connect with you and go back to your page and leave a comment. So tagging is actually very important, and it's very, very easy to do. So now we're going to just jump back over here. So on day number 1, the other thing you're going to want to do, because a number of us are admins, and if all of us post, we're all going to have the same little icon, you know, with the little Yopson icon over here. So what you're going to do is, again, change your persona, and you do that right over here before you make a post. Now, this is Kelvin over here, but you can see he didn't change his persona. So all of us, if we don't change our persona and we're all admin, everything is going to come up with the same icon over here, and we're not necessarily going to be able to distinguish exactly who's leaving the post over here. So all you have to do is go to the drop-down arrow over here, and it's going to open up, and then you're going to just, you know, go back to your own personal persona, and in this case, I'm set for myself right now. So all you want to do is on each succeeding day, and in this case, day number 1, I want to drive traffic to my fan page. If you want to drive traffic to your fan page, your profile page, it's going to work the same way. You're just going to post something very, very basic. Okay, I'm here, I'm ready for day number 1. Let's do this. And you can actually copy and paste your profile link, or you can tag it, which will be explained in the video that I showed you in the file section. So now what's going to happen is that as we get people that are participating in any given day, and it would be great if you can participate every day. I know it won't be possible. Maybe some of you want to participate 1 day a week or 2 days a week. Whatever you want to do is absolutely perfect, no problem. And again, this is something we can get free members involved in to show them support and for them to actually get engagement on their pages. So it's adding real value. So over here, let's say we wanted to go to, so there are several of us that are participating in a given day. We'll all have our links over here. Now the reason you want to post your link, and now I'm going to run over to Kelvin's page, which is going to be very easy because he's got a link to his page. So all of us in turn, as you visit each day, day number 1 in this case, we want to comment on as many of our team members' content as we can. If there are several of us that post, we might not be able to get to all of them on that given day. Maybe you can only get to 2 or 3. That's fine too. That's great. Not a problem. Do the best you can. So now if I were to click on Kelvin's link over here, it's going to take me right to Kelvin's page. Now this is his profile page. Now I'm not sure if Kelvin has a fan page. If for anybody that doesn't have a fan page, they're very, very easy to set up, and it is a pretty prime piece of real estate. But for what we're looking to accomplish here, profile page works great too. So I'm on Kelvin's page. So what I want to do, I want to just go through some of his content, and you can scroll down until you find something that resonates with you. So we always want to try each day or every couple of days, try and post new, fresh content and try and add value. Whether it's a quote, quotes are great, whether it's a joke, it could be something about Yopson, about the free membership, about a feature, about a benefit. Use your own judgment. You just don't want to every day post about an opportunity. You want it to be something other than that, or people are going to think that's all you're concerned about and they're going to shy away from engaging with you. So here's something over here, which is a great quote that Kelvin posted. So the first thing you want to do is like it, which I see already Robin did, and a couple of other people that I have no idea who they are, but that doesn't matter. So you're going to want to like it. You have the option also, if you want to share it, you can click on the share button, which is always a great thing to do. But most importantly, again, for our concerns over here, is you want to click on the comment button, and you want to make a comment. So all you have to do is go right down to the bottom of the post. You see that there are already a couple of comments that were made, and you can see right here very easily where you can add a comment. So like over here, somebody just said, "Amen, nephew." Okay, you are so right, nephew. And that's great, and that's important. But what we want to do, because we want to really add value, we want to leave a little bit more than, "Hey, nice job, good post." We want to put a little bit of thought behind what you're doing so it has a little bit more value. So I'm not going to post anything now because we've already been on a little over an hour, so I certainly want this to come to a close shortly. So, but again, if you go through the file section where I or watch the video where I speak more about the fan page focus specifically, I'll go into a little bit more detail about it, but the idea is to leave some good content. And then what you're going to do after you leave your content, and I'm just going to, just for argument's sake, and this is not what I'm suggesting that you do, I'm just doing this as an illustration. So I'm going to say, good job, and here's where the tagging can come in also. So all you have to do is basically hit the shift button and the @ key, and then if you start typing in the person's name, in this case Kelvin, so I already put in a K, and you can see a bunch of names are going to start to populate. And as you type in his name, other people are going to start populating. And whoops, all I have to do is spell it correctly, and there's Kelvin Hill. So all you have to do is just click on Kelvin's name. This way now he gets a message. He'll know that somebody left a comment on his page, and certainly a much better comment hopefully than just good job. And then what we want to do at the end of the post, once you leave your comment, then you also want to leave, even though it's on the fan page, you want to very, very quickly, again, if you're driving traffic back to your profile page or your fan page, you want to post that also. Now you can copy and paste it, or you can look to tag again. So if I were to put again, type in shift and the @ button, and I start typing my name, there you go. So this is my profile page. So I can tag that, or I can also tag or copy and paste my fan page if that's where I want to drive the traffic. So now when another visitor comes, Kelvin, I'm sorry, this is just for demonstration purposes, but I just posted it. We can always remove it. What you're going to want to do now, when somebody else comes to comment on Kelvin's page, they're going to see my comment. So what happens now, because they see that I've got a live link there, and because I decided not to just say good job and I left a nice comment, a thoughtful comment, they might want to get to know me. So they're going to click on my link, and that's going to take them right back to my profile page or right back to my fan page. And the other thing that that's going to do for Kelvin is that if Kelvin wants to return the favor and he wants to go and leave me a nice comment, he can do that very easily by just clicking on the link. Okay, so that's basically step number 2. And then the last thing we have to do, which is also very easy, and again, once you've done this for a couple of days, you're going to see it. It's going to be very, very easy. It's going to be done very, very quickly. So then the other thing you want to do is come back to our fan page, which we are right now, and day number 1 or whatever day we happen to be on at that point. And now I left a comment for Kelvin. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little like over here, and I'm just going to tell Kelvin, I'm going to say something very, very simple. I can tag him again to let him know. Let's see. Okay, Kelvin's not coming up over there. He came up on, his profile page. He's not coming up on the fan page, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be a tag. You can just simply say something like, Kelvin gave you a like and comment, and then again, you just want to put in your fan page or your profile page. So now if Kelvin's on this page, he can easily go back to you to give you a comment. That, if you don't want to tag yours at that point, you just want to leave a comment, that's fine too, because Kelvin can always just go back to my page right over here, and this way it would send him to my fan page. So I know I went over that a little bit quick. This is going to be recorded so you guys can watch it. When you get to this part, you may want to watch it a second time. And just, so until you understand, or if you go back to the Facebook group and you go to the files over there, and those first 2 links that I showed you before that had information and a video and an accompanying video with the fan page focus information that had a tag, you can review that as well too. So these might be techniques and strategies that a lot of you are familiar with, or if you don't use Facebook a lot, then you certainly won't be, and it may be a little bit more foreign to you. But these are things I basically have gotten I would say the vast majority of my leads over the years and of my signups into whatever program I'm doing, I've gotten all that, most of it, the vast majority, through social media and in particular through Facebook. Facebook truly is a gold mine if you use it properly. And the one thing, if I have to leave you with one takeaway, just make sure that you don't pitch your links when you're connecting with somebody and you're trying to build that rapport. The last thing they want is to see that that all you want to do is to perceive you as somebody that's only interested in pitching their link. It's important to show people that you care more about them, so they don't want to, you don't want to come across as somebody who's basically self-interested. So you want to find out about them, get to know them. I know it might seem like a long roundabout way to get somebody into your business, but you know what? If you use the direct method, it may work sometimes, but if you don't build that rapport with people, they're not going to stick around. The retention's not going to be great. So if from the get-go and right from the start, you build that rapport, you show people that you care, you show them that you're interested in them, you ask questions, you get to know them. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've just asked people very, in the course of a conversation, how is business? What is it that you do online? And they'll come back and tell me business is very slow, or I'm really not doing internet business now. I was in one, a network marketing company, and I got out. I had no support. I mean, they're going to drop little breadcrumbs. If you ask the right questions and engage people, they're going to let you know. They're going to pre-qualify themselves, and you're going to know by asking questions if they're a prospect, if they're a good candidate, and then you just take it to the next level. And then you get them in as a free member, you get them in as a Yobson owner, and certainly then you use all the tools that we've gotten, as a staff member over the years from Rick and everything else. So again, Facebook is very, very powerful. Some of you may choose to use it, some choose not to, some may use it in a more limited fashion, some might use it a little bit more frequently. Whatever you decide to do, just don't underestimate the power of Facebook. And certainly LinkedIn is very powerful too. So there's certainly a place for social media. I happen to, I guess, specialize or prefer, and I've had my most success with Facebook, so that's where I put my focus. But again, LinkedIn is very powerful too. So if you prefer to do LinkedIn, that's cool, or you might want to do a mixture of the two, which I certainly do as well. So anyway, we did run a little bit longer than I wanted to, so I'm sorry about that. Again, I'm always available for any comments or any feedback or any questions, but at this point I just want to open it up before we sign off for the night, open it up for any questions that you might have.
Well, first I want to thank you, Mark, for a great webinar and all of your support.
Well, it's my pleasure. I was happy to be able to do that. So hopefully, it's great that you recorded this because I know that not everybody was able to make it onto the webinar. So those of you who didn't, I think hopefully you'll benefit from the recorded replay. And those of you that are on the webinar, that maybe I went over things a little bit too quickly or you weren't really sure, if you haven't really participated a lot in Facebook in the past, I encourage you to, certainly watch the replay, even if you're on the webinar now. And again, like I said before, you know where to find me for any questions that you might have.
Any closing thoughts, Tom?
No, that he pretty well covered everything, Mark, and we really do appreciate your help.
My pleasure. Again, I love Facebook. Not everybody is going to feel the same way that I do, and that's fine. But there's a place for Facebook and and a lot of other techniques. I mean, there are more methods to generate leads than I think I have hair on my head. So there are a lot of things that are going to resonate with different people. Facebook has always resonated with me. There's a lot in addition to what I went over and what I'm trying to accomplish for us as a team. There's so much free training out there that I'm certainly going to pass along, and different webinars, not just this webinar right now, but with people that are social media experts, like a Max Steingart, And certainly Frances, I know, loves LinkedIn, and rightfully so, and does a lot of her own great training. But anytime that there's a webinar that I'm aware of that's being taught, I'll certainly make everybody aware so that people can certainly always, increase their knowledge. It's always great. Things are always changing. There are always new things coming out, little tweaks on different platforms. So, between what I can provide and what I, in terms of my own training and what I can provide in terms of other people's training, certainly I'm always going to look to do that so that you can always, grow your knowledge base.
Well, thank you once again. And
Yes, Mark.
we will
Yes, Thomas, you were saying?
that we will post as to when we'll have our next meeting. Thank
That
you very
sounds
much.
great.
And good evening.
Robin,
Yes.
roughly how long until the replay is available, would you say?
It may be later tonight or it may be tomorrow, depending how long it takes it to download.
That sounds perfect. Okay, everybody, I hope this this little webinar helped everybody, and it was my pleasure, and I look forward to chatting with you guys soon.
Take care.
Have a
Good
great
Thanks,
night,
night.
everybody.
Mark. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.
My pleasure.